Great products, low prices, helpful service. That's Harris Ace Hardware. Harris Ace is your place for Yeti coolers, Traeger grills, Costa DeMar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
Time now for a look at the latest in local sports and sports. The Wayne County High School football team improves to 5-0 Friday night in front of a great Wayne Appling crowd at JC Stadium. Close game at halftime with the Jackets leading 10-7, but it's all Wayne County in the second half for the final score 38-7. Head to the highlights. Jackets for the fifth straight game scoring their opening possession of the game. Ashby Cribb comes in at quarterback and scores from 4 yards out.
Ashby rolling to the left. Ashby goes to the corner. Touchdown, Ashby Cribb. Wayne County on the board. 2:41 first quarter. 4-yard run by Ashby Cribb. Wayne County 6, Appling County 0. PAT to come for Wayne County.
Midway through quarter number 2, the Jackets settle for a 28-yard field goal by Presley Kane to make it 10-zip.
28-yard attempt for Presley Kane. See if he can kick it through. Clock runs 4:53. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-yarder for Presley Kane.
And the Wayne County Yellow Jackets led at 10-zip at that point. Pirates close out the half with a nice drive of their own. They score a touchdown pass from 6 yards out to make it Wayne County 10, Appling 7 at halftime. The Jackets once again dominate the second half. Once again, the halftime adjustments. Wayne scores the next 28 points to win 38-7. Begins with a great catch and a run by tight end Ty Anderson from Shamar Taylor for 58 yards out.
Rolls to the right, looking. Now he's going to go to the left, downfield, and it's going to be intercepted.
No!
Wayne County takes it.
Ty Anderson
takes it for the touchdown. Ty Anderson.
And 58 yards for the score. Wayne County up 17-7. Later in the third quarter, Shamar Taylor to Ashby Cribb to increase the lead to 24-7.
Shamar Taylor takes the snap, looks over the middle, got his man. Ashby Cribb spins the 10, the 5. Ashby going to the corner, dives, touchdown, Ashby Cribb. Wayne County on the board from 16 yards out. Taylor to Cribb, 2:16 on the clock, touchdown, Wayne County.
And Wayne County led 24-7 at that point. Jackets go up 31-7 with this next touchdown. Shamar Taylor to Trevin Wallace from 4 yards out.
Shamar takes the snap, low snap, throws quickly to the end zone, touchdown, Wayne County. Trevin Wallace from 4 yards out to make it 30-7 Wayne County.
And the Jackets score one final time. Shamar Taylor to Khalees Hadley, one of the young running backs, to make the final score 38-7.
3rd and 10 from the 13. Taylor, straight drop, looks, got his man wide open. Hadley down the sidelines, touchdown, Wayne County. Khalees Hadley wide open in a flat, 5:11 left to go in the game. Wayne County increases the lead to 37-7.
PAT good. Final score, Wayne County 38-7. Again, the big story of the game was our junior quarterback, Shamar Taylor, threw for 336 yards, 28 of 42 on the night. Pirates defense stacking the box attempt to stop the running games. The Jackets simply went to the air game. And again, found success time and time again. After the game, we talked with head coach Ken Cribb.
5 straight games, opening possession, take it to score, not just score, but score a touchdown. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Like I said, we take a lot of pride in that. And you brought our attention to it. Actually, we kind of focused on it. We always want to get a good start, but I'm kind of paying extra attention to it now. Like I didn't want to let you down earlier. We about to start. I had to go.
I was worried. It was 3rd and long.
So we got to go. Hey, Trevin Wallace bails.
Yeah, Trevin bailed me out. I wasn't even bringing it up, but then all of a sudden I said, "Well, Joe, we're at the 17-yard line. Looks like we might score again." But that's impressive. You've been coaching a long time. You ever had a string like that?
I never remember a string like that.
I can't remember. I mean,
that doesn't. I mean,
it just seems ironic at first. I mean, like I told Joe, I joked with you at the coaches show. Whatever you tell them before the ball game, the pregame speech, just keep it up because it's working.
Yep. Our kids made some great adjustments tonight. I'm gonna tell you, they did. We had to. I got to give Appleton's coaching staff credit. They saw what we did to Glenn, and so they packed the house. They got in there. They took away certain things that they seen us that we've had success doing, and we had to adjust. But the long drives we had was impressive. I mean, I'm proud of our kids for being able to sustain a drive like that. we had 2 very, very long drives.
All right. Presley Kane, big field goal, 20-yard. He looks like he's got a strong leg.
He's coming along. He's getting where I expected him to be.
So on the kickoffs, Joe and I wonder, why don't you just let him kick it long? Are we designing the short kicks? Is that
because we don't want him running back for a touchdown? Because if it don't go in the end zone, you gambling.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it. I'd rather give them the ball at the 30, 25 or 30, than to risk and get the ball inside the 20.
I got you.
We're not going. Not many teams going to get it inside the 20.
All right. So we're kicking. Those short kicks are by design. That's
by design. Okay. Be there, make them fair catch it. And he did a good job of that night. They fair caught most of them. So
all right. And
that's
sometimes they'll fumble that short kick
exactly
as well.
Right.
And sometimes, like we saw in the Glenn game, they'll forget to cover it all when it's an onside kick.
Yeah.
So it's a free ball. So we recovered it. So.
What was the final score? 38?
38-7.
38-7.
Yeah, 38-7. I had 35-7. Got 3 more points than I needed, so I appreciate it.
We did.
That's what I predicted. I predicted 35-7.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. So.
Dang, that's pretty close. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good guess. But no,
that's a pretty good guess. I was kind of worried at halftime. It was a 10-7 game. I said, I don't know, but like I said, I don't know what I know these guys personally, and I know what they put into it. You talked about it. I mean, but I can't commend our defensive staff enough. Tommy Adams, Mikey Ward, Bubba Walker. I mean, this is about the 5th straight game now. Really, the 4th game, Long County game. I'll throw that out. But the other 4 games at halftime, they are making adjustments and completely shutting down the opponent's offense.
Had to almost make it blind tonight, though, Bob. Our huddle went down. We had some bad technical problems tonight. We couldn't get sideline. I don't know what's going on with that, but we got to figure it out because we can't operate.
We had some technical difficulties too, so maybe it's just county-wide. Who knows?
Wow. Did you? But I tell you, the job they do, the adjustments they make, I got to give both sides credit. There's offensive coaches too, because we only punted 1 time tonight. Right. We scored every possession, but the 1 punt, and the adjustments in the second half though. We went with some stuff that we hadn't been working on this week because of what they did. We called 1 play, and I could tell Shamar was really focusing because it was different, and I saw him doing his hand signals down, trying to get in his head. And that was one of our touchdowns. But
well, he put up some big numbers: 330 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. Threw it 48 times. Is that right, Joe? 28 of 42 for Shamar Taylor for 330. That's a big night.
So what I'm excited about is the running last week and the passing tonight, taking advantage of what they're giving us.
All right.
Being able to do that.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
That's exactly right.
I said they're going to load the box, just throw the ball. So, Well, congrats on a big win. Congrats on the 5-0 start. We'll go to Hinesville next week.
And with the win, the Jackets do improve to 5-0 and head to Hinesville this coming Friday to take on Braddock Institute. Braddock Institute defeated Long County Friday night 34-0. Their high school scores, the Lions hurt Valdossa's feelings 71-35 was the final score. And that big rivalry, Colquitt beat Grayson 26-14. Coffee shut out Chamblee 53-0. Brunswick got by New Hampstead 31-27. Warner Robins beat Northside, Warner Robins 39-34. West Lawrence beat up on Statesboro 22-6. Ware County over Glen Academy 26-6. Again, the Jackets and the Gators November 2nd at home for the region title. Pierce County 42, South Effingham 0. Liberty of Richmond Hill 21-12. Southeast Bullock 3-0. They defeat Beach 42-7. BC over Savannah High 67-0. Berrien over Brantley County 19-9. Bacon defeated Jeff Davis 24-17. Jeff Davis' first loss of the year. They're now 4-1, and Vidalia defeated Bryan County 54-8. Vidalia 5-0 on the campaign. Varsity girls softball team traveled to Georgia College for a doubleheader on Saturday. Lady Jackets win both games. In Game 1, they defeat Harlem 7-4. In Game 2, they defeated West Lawrence 8-5. Macy Palmer, Logan Eccles, Mackenzie Kagi all had good days at the plate, all with extra base hits in the doubleheader. Kagi with a triple and a double. Palmer with a couple of doubles. Same for Logan Eccles. Grayson Brandon picks up the win on the mound in Game 1. Hannah Stubbs pitched a complete game in Game 2. Helped herself at the plate with a single and double as well. Lady Jackets head to the first round of the region tournament this Wednesday for games at 4 and 6 in Guyton, Georgia. Currently at South Effingham 1, Lady Jackets 4, Statesboro and Ware 2 and 3. They play one another this week, and then the 2 winners play each other for seeds 1 and 2 into the state event, and the 2 losers meet to determine seeds 3 and 4 into the state event. Again, all 4 teams are in the state playoffs. Only New Hampstead didn't qualify for the state from our region. College football Saturday, Georgia at Missouri wins 43-29. Dogs still unbeaten and play host to Tennessee Saturday in Athens at 3:30. Georgia Tech at home lost to Clemson 49-21. Paul Johnson beginning to feel the heat in Atlanta. Georgia Southern had the weekend off. They host Arkansas State this week. Other scores, Alabama, very good. They beat Texas A&M 45-23. Miami beat Florida International 31-17. Old Dominion had the big upset of the day. They knocked off Virginia Tech 49-35. Ohio State 49, Tulane 6. North Carolina over Pitt 38-35. Michigan over Nebraska 56-10. Notre Dame goes to Wake Forest, wins 56-27. South Carolina downs Vanderbilt 37-14. Texas over TCU 31-16. Oklahoma struggled with Army but beat them 28-21. Kentucky over Mississippi State 28-7. Kentucky still unbeaten. LSU over Louisiana Tech 38-31. LSU still unbeaten. Florida whipped up on Tennessee 47-21. Auburn over Arkansas 34-3. Stanford beat Oregon 38-31. In the NFL, both the Atlanta Falcons and Jacksonville Jaguars lose at home. The Falcons lost a shootout with the Saints in overtime 43-37. Jaguars lose at home to Tennessee in the battle of field goals 9-6 the final. No touchdowns in the game. Blake Bortles, who looked so good against New England, really struggled on Sunday, but the Jags without Leonard Fournette and two of their starting offensive linemen were out with injuries, which really slowed down the running game. Elsewhere, the Chiefs continued to roll. They beat San Francisco 38-27. Big story here, Jimmy Garoppolo, who signed for $132 million in the offseason with the Niners, out for the season with a torn ACL. Dolphins moved to 3-0. They beat the Raiders 28-20. Buffalo shocks the Vikings in Minnesota 27-6. Philly over Indianapolis 20-16. Redskins beat the Packers 31-17. Carolina over Cincinnati 31-21. Ravens over the Broncos 27-14. Giants down the Texans 27-22. Los Angeles Rams 35. San Diego 23. Chicago beat Arizona 16-14. Seahawks over the Cowboys 24-13. And last night the Lions beat the Patriots 26-10. The Patriots start 1-2 for the first time in many, many years. Tonight it's Monday Night Football. The Steelers at Tampa Bay. Braves are National League East champions. First time in the playoffs since 2013. They sweep the four-game set in Atlanta over Philadelphia. They clinched on Sunday afternoon on a game heard right here on Big Dog Country FM 105.5. Braves have the night off. They're in New York this week. Take on the Mets, then close it out with Philadelphia the weekend. Playoff opponents still not known for the first round as the two wildcard teams will play to determine who comes to Atlanta. But Atlanta, the division champions, National League East, again, the playoffs soon to begin. Tiger Woods back in the winner's circle, golf champion, his 80th win on the PGA Tour. He captures his first victory in 5 years as he captures the Tour Championship, which took place in Atlanta, Georgia. Shoots 11 under for the four-day event. He now heads to Paris to help USA in the Ryder Cup, which begins this weekend. Great scene as the gallery swarming around him as he headed up the 18th fairway. Tiger Woods all the way back from several back surgeries. The victory after not winning a golf tournament in the past 5 years. Vegas has it listed already as the favorite to win the Augusta National next year. Finally, in sports, the fall recreation season begins this evening. Soccer, football, cheerleading, thousands of kids participating as the season officially kicks off this afternoon at the ballparks. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day this time by friends at Harris Ace Hardware.